The governor came up to me and said, you know, I had a speech, but I left it at the last event. Can you help me out? I said, well, here, Governor, here's my speech, and you can give it.
Mike Miller, always entertaining, but Iron Mike, as some called him, had an unrelenting grip on the state Senate. Many considered him the most powerful and respected leader in state government because of his ability to balance polar ideological differences and deftly find a consensus.
I'm not going to take any questions from the press.
At the start of the 2019 session, Miller issued a written statement saying he was undergoing treatment for prostate cancer. He joked about his diagnosis.
It affects every decision you're making, so you look in the morning and you see if your hair is still there.
But became emotional when talking about his staff.
I always had the best people.
He was an old-school Democrat and Irish Catholic. He combined his religious beliefs with his political views. Many viewed him as a bundle of contradictions. He solidified control of the chamber by adapting to change.
I do proclaim that Amanda and April are married.
He allowed bills he personally opposed, like same-sex marriage, to move forward for the greater good. And Miller let the Senate decide whether to repeal the death penalty, even though he supported it. The progressive wing of the Democratic Party and labor groups unsuccessfully pressured Miller to move faster on increasing the state minimum wage. He let the bill pass the Senate when he thought the time was right. Left-leaning lawmakers pushed for the Sick Leave Act for 6 years before Miller allowed the bill to move in the Senate. One of his biggest miscalculations, though, is his 1989 public comments about Baltimore City. It killed his hopes of a shot at being governor.
I mean, Baltimore is a ghetto. It's worse than inner city Washington, D.C.
Miller apologized. He diffused political battles through humor. Miller and the late Michael Bush frequently butted heads. His one-liners made disputes a distant memory.
He's going to eat the watermelon, I'm going to spit out the seeds.
Miller attended University of Maryland College Park and its School of Law. He had a successful law practice. In 1971, he took a job in Annapolis as a bill drafter. 6 months later, he won a delegate seat. In 1975, he claimed a Senate seat. The chamber elected him Senate President in 1987. He held the position longer than anyone in the nation. The Senate office building is named after him.
It's all about education, 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 education.
He cited improving education and protecting the Chesapeake Bay as key accomplishments, and was proud of the work he did to overhaul divorce law. But after presiding over this chamber for decades, Miller stepped down as Senate President in 2019.
It's been a great run. I have enjoyed every minute of it.
He cited progression of the prostate cancer and fatigue, yet kept his Senate seat. Mike Miller is revered for his leadership, integrity, and bipartisanship.
Listen to everybody, Republicans and Democrats. Everybody has a voice from Garrett County down to Worcester County and all in between.
He will be remembered for his unwavering commitment to public service. David Collins, WBAL-TV 11 News.